Today I'm here to talk to you about diapers. There's a quick story I want to tell about two dudes who woke up one day and opened up an e-commerce website way before Shopify even existed and sold diapers. They went from $0 in revenue and a ton of credit card debt to a $550 million acquisition from Amazon. You know this brand, but not the incredible story behind it, so let's jump in and look at it right now. Super quick, for the existing people that are coming back to watch one of our first videos in a while, I just want to apologize. It's been like 2 months since we've posted. We've just been super busy with our e-commerce brand, just keeping up with so much stuff. Facebook ads are destroyed, supply chain is destroyed. We're just basically surviving, making it through, cutting costs, staying profitable, and that's what a lot of people in this space are currently doing. I actually have no idea how dropshipping is, and so if you're still doing that, comment below, let me know how it's going. Our Discord still is open. I've also been very ghosting there, but we are making an effort to start posting on here more often, start doing some vlogs, podcasts, whatever it may be. Anthony will be here in the next video, but right now I'm alone. So, to the Twitter thread. I posted this pretty much 24 hours ago, and we've reached almost 500,000 people. Mark, Laura, and Benit were the co-founders of Diaper.com back in 2005. Their audience was a cash cow, and they knew it, because once moms buy from you, they stick around. You can sell more and more and more, and that's the angle that they used to kind of spark this whole idea. So it wasn't just Diapers.com, there was actually a holding company called Quidzy, I believe, and they had a bunch of e-commerce brands under that holding company, and almost all of them sold to that same audience, moms. And as you can see here, this is a pretty crazy 2005 .com bubble looking website. After spending $30K on a domain, phone number, and trademark, they're ready for launch. And in their first year alone, back in 2005, they sold $2.5 million worth of diapers. Customers got it fast, they paid cheap, but there was a problem. Manufacturers had no intentions, like back then especially, zero intentions of working with a new retailer with no sales records. So you can't just walk into a manufacturer back then and say, hey, I'm ready to drop this, I'm ready to drop ship this thing, let's go. No, they don't trust you, why would they, right? It made sense. But these people had to sell diapers somehow, and so every single weekend, they'd go to their local BJ's or pretty much Costco's and get all the shelves of diapers and empty them into their carts, just to keep up with the supplier demand. So when customers were buying from them, they'd go to their Costco, buy a ton of diapers, go home, ship it out, and that was kind of how they survived in the beginning. Now, of course, this is kind of bad for other moms who want to buy diapers from Costco and not Diapers.com, but as I said here, it's just a means of operating. It's what you do as a founder, no matter the amount, and for all this, they're using their personal credit cards, so pretty crazy. But fast forward, 2006, they sold $11 million worth of diapers and raised $4 million. Then 2007, things picked up, they raised another $7 million. Profits at this point are zero, so they have no profit at all. They're just operating at a loss, growing fast, getting customers. That's the route they took, and it's a route that companies these days take as well. Software, everything. It's kind of crazy. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but like I'm saying here, you weren't as concerned about profits back then when you're putting quality and growth before everything. They were doing that. A huge emphasis on getting customers' orders the next day and treating them with massive respect, and it was working. Fast forward even a few more years, and you have huge companies like Procter & Gamble sending you truckloads of inventory. Their venture money went towards a ton of tech, and so basically they were taking all that funding, and they weren't really using it for inventory, but more like tech to plan the inventory and when to reorder stuff and when to, back then there was no Gorgeous or Zendesk, so they had to invest in their own in-house tech to take care of their customers. And it's kind of just a cool story to tell, because now you look at it and it's just you get Gorgeous and it kind of does everything for you. Back then you had to build it all from the ground and make sure it works and iterate them again because there's all these bugs. It's just so crazy to me. Let's keep going, we're almost done. So like I said here, moms were happy saving money. This caught the attention of another retailer, aka Amazon. And Amazon freaked out because they're like, whoa, it's 2010, for example, I think it was around then, and they saw a huge threat. They're like, hey, we sell to moms, but they're selling to moms. What can we do in this market? Well, we can lower our prices. And so they introduced Amazon.mom, lowered all their prices, and said, hey, if you're a mom with children or whatever, here's free Amazon Prime for 3 months, and super cheap diapers. And Amazon lost a ton of money on this, but it was better losing money getting those customers than losing money and not getting those customers from Diaper.com. And so that's exactly what they did pretty much, in my opinion. And then with a fast growing business like Diapers.com that was already losing money and now competing with Amazon, they had to throw in the towel and aka get acquired. I had a lot of people react to this tweet thread saying that it's not always good to be bought. It makes complete sense. I wasn't really stating an opinion. I think that both outcomes are totally different. But in this case, they sold, they got $545 million. Co-founders got rich. They went on to, like, I think Mark, the co-founder named Mark, went on to do something called Jet.com and a bunch of other crazy stuff. But when Amazon took it over, that wasn't just the end of it. It's not like Amazon buys you and you're good to go. Amazon still had to fight to get that company profitable, because up to that point there was still $0 in profit. Zero. They were so in the hole. And for 7 years, Amazon tried doing this, and they literally couldn't. They literally cannot pull it off. So they closed down. Diapers.com no longer existed, and all those brands under the parent company also closed down due to lack of profitability. Now, a quick recap on all this. I kind of summarized at the bottom. Customer obsession always wins. This is Amazon's playbook. The more you're obsessed about your customers, the better. Especially right now with iOS and just everything taking place. There's never been a better time to, yes, own a brand and start a brand, but have it be more than a funnel. And that's one lesson that I've actually learned as well. Like, I'm guilty of just, running the ads, getting the customers, making sure the metrics all make sense and you're good to go. But there's a whole other layer on top of that where you actually just treat your influencers right, treat your customers right, like really right, like really good, like, making sure like they get like the SMS notifications and email and socials and they're in the loop, and not just like a funnel where they come in, they buy, they get their 1 or 2 emails and they're gone. When finding a good market, if it's sticky and there's low churn, meaning that it's sticky, once they buy from you once, they stick around and they don't want to really go anywhere else, aka low churn, you're good to go. That's really good as well. It's controversial, because the goal is to be acquired, not to sell. What I meant by that is, you don't really want to just sell your business to someone and be free. Of course, all these outcomes are good for one person and bad for another, whatever. But if you can be acquired, not just sell to someone, it's a different shit in perspective. And if Amazon's going to acquire you, that's a dub in my opinion. What do you guys think? Comment below. I think even nowadays, like if you're trying to sell diapers online, it's pretty hard. Like going D2C and actually doing it profitably, and getting them on subscription. Like just these past few years, it became maybe an option, and now we see a bunch of CPG brands doing this with like drinks or whatever. Like, but it's still pretty hard. Like I don't know how this would actually survive in 2020 or 2021, whatever year it is. That's the story. We're still live on eCommerce Street. If you're not subscribed and you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.